What's happening, BDA family? This one is just to address the Frampton Gassiev video I did. I got pretty heated and a lot of people got in their feelings, you know, and I wanted to put that right before I go on my winter break, should we say. I need a rest, I need a break. I'm very tired at the moment. Obviously I'm dealing with a child that's just lost a mother a few months ago and it's Christmas, so you can imagine the Christmas I've had. And I've come to the BDA for a bit of refuge and I'm having to deal with children getting all in their feelings about my opinion on Gassiev. So I just wanted to read a few comments, put things right, and hopefully we can leave it there and it's all forgot about. But if you guys want to hold grudges, I mean, then that's fine by me, because I'm not the guy that's too bothered who likes me. I'm not here to make friends. You all know that. Like I said, a lot of the guys in the chat are avatars to me. Now I've got connections with some of the panelists that I class as my friends, and I definitely won't be falling out with them. But if some of you guys want to get in your feelings, and that's up to you. But let's just address this video, because I'm more upset about how fickle some of our listeners are and how hypocritical they are. Because I see a lot of comments about the LDBC in the chat, about how biased they are and all that lot, but I've also seen a lot of our listeners in the chat that are the same but the other side of the coin. So are we really any better than the LDBC? Is this what you want the BDA show to be about, where you're just gonna come at anyone that disagrees with your ideology of boxing, shall we say? Is that what you want? Because if that's the case, then I won't be around, and I'm sure there'll be a few others that won't be either. But I know Butcher and BDA, they want this show to be down the middle, and they want different opinions. They don't. I know for a fact they don't, because I speak to Butcher more than any of you lot do. So I know for a fact that's not what he wants. So he wants different opinions. But there's certain people in the chat that have come here because it's the only place that you can come without, where the LDBC keep away, because they know a lot of them come here and they get destroyed. When they come on our hangouts, they get torn a new arse and they're never seen again. So a lot of them keep away from here. So it's your refuge, sort of, where you can come and stick it on them, and you know, and no one's going to be fucking coming back at you, and that's a good thing. I mean, if we're a place where you can come and get your point across without being attacked, then that's great. That's what we're all about. But don't start attacking panelists and co-hosts like myself. You know, at the end of the day, this is Butcho's and BDA's show, but I put a lot of time into this show as well. I do co-hosting, I do videos, I care about this channel, and I'm not going to sit here and let it be. Well, I'm not going to sit here and be part of an Eastern European fan club, because that's what I don't want it to be. So if that's what you want it to be, then make it clear. But I think you're going to be disappointed. That's just my point on that one. But let's get back to this debate. Now, the reason I picked Josh Warrington was because he was the underdog heavily in both fights, where Usyk was clear favourite against Gassiev. Just look at the odds. And Cameron, I think, was the only man on this show, in the chat or the hangout, that actually had Gassiev winning. So everyone had Usyk winning this. So was it a surprise when Usyk did a number on? No. But Warrington was a big surprise to me both times, and the way he won as well. Usyk is the best. So the fact that Usyk's putting beatings on people it shouldn't be a surprise. Just when Lomachenko did. To me, I picked fight of the year because of where he'd come from and the surprise of it all. And a lot of you didn't like that, and you started to discredit Carl Frampton. But you know, and I gave you the reason. We can't compare Gassiev and Frampton in the ring together. We have to go by resume. You guys cannot start telling me, well, if you shrink him down to 126, Gassiev has the better tools. And can you imagine? That's guesswork. That's fantasy world stuff. That's never going to happen. And you don't know. Gassiev might be average at that weight division because he doesn't have much footwork, and it might cost him. So you can't say that. It's just nonsense. And that's why I picked Warrington. Gassiev was terrible. Gassiev's a good win on paper, but I called it an average win because the man basically quit. Now on this show, we sure like to give Walters a bit of stick, Rigondeaux a bit of stick for quitting. Some of you guys had the cheek to even say Burnett quit when he fucking pulled a disc in his back or something. I mean, anyone that's had a back injury knows that when you do your back, you can't walk, never mind fight. Yet some of you guys on here want to say, he quit. But yet you want to stay silent about Gassiev feeling sorry for himself, basically wanting to quit for the whole fight. I mean, after 4 or 5 rounds, Abel Sanchez was going to pull him out. But he was in Russia. He knew he wouldn't have made it out there alive if he'd have quit. Russians don't take quitting. They don't. They'd shoot you. Back in the old Soviet days, mate, you take a bullet for quitting in a boxing match. So if he was in America, he'd have been no different to Rigondeaux and Walters. So let's keep it real. You know, I'm with you guys half the time. I'm on your side. The BDA are on your side. We're the ones that give you a different opinion. You're not getting all this black American bias shit. This is where you can come and talk about all fights. But we're not going to have certain people in here try and make it a European fan club. I'm telling you that now. Some of you got to have a bit of respect for other fighters. And it's getting to the stage where you've got people in the chat making it about UK v Eastern Europe now. And I'm going to read one of the comments in a minute. Actually, I'll start now. I'm going to start in the comments now because we're 6 minutes in and I don't want to make it too long. So let's get to the comments I just want to address. And then hopefully we can squash this and I can come back fresh in January and it's all good. If not, then it is what it is. I will not shed a tear. You know me, guys. I don't do associates. Right. Precise Percenters put Frampton didn't go out on his shield against Scott Quigg. Loma knocks this version of Carl out in 8. Gives him a tremendous beating. Frampton was very good 4 years ago. He was basically retired by the time Warrington got to him. Gassiev was a better win for me. Not by much, but still better. The thing is with that comment that I don't get is why would Carl Frampton go out on his shield when he's ahead on points massively on the cards? Well, you only go out on your shield when you're down on the cards and you've got nothing to lose. Why would you risk it all and start swinging and get knocked out? Get caught and get knocked out. That don't make any sense to me, Precise. And I like Precise, very educated boxing fan, and I got a lot of time for him. One of the first guys I started listening to, so definitely got respect for Precise. But I just don't get that comment. I don't think we're understanding the meaning of, going out on your shield here. And he says Loma knocks this version of Carl out in 8, gives him a tremendous beating. But you have to look at the facts here. Lomachenko is a 135 fighter. Carl Frampton is a 126 fighter, a small one at that. But Carl Frampton's not even the best in his division, yet Lomachenko is pound for pound #1. So why are we even mentioning Loma? I mean, it's no point putting Loma in against Carl to prove a point because I'm talking about Frampton versus Gassiev. Why is Loma getting? I mean, if you're trying to say if you want to mention Loma because Frampton ducked him, then I don't know the ins and outs of that. I'm not sure if they was in the same division at the time. I'm not sure, but if that's the case, then I don't blame Frampton for ducking Lomachenko. But I just don't understand why he's mentioned when it's about Gassiev and Frampton. And then he's put the fact that Usyk did what he did to him was not only very predictable, but it's also a testament to Usyk's ability. Bellew, who's a very good fighter, had some moments, then got slept. Give me Anthony Joshua next. He'll be feeling sorry for himself, no better than Gassiev. Now, I agree, Usyk's ability was one of the reasons he froze, because he froze because he was lost. He didn't know what to do. He was dumbfounded, so just didn't have the boxing know-how, didn't have the boxing skill set to change anything up, and that's my point. When I keep hearing about the Gassiev skill set, where was the Gassiev skill set when he had to change things up? when he had to try something, you know, different. Where was his heart for a start? When you, if something's not working, then surely you change it. It just shows he can't change much up because he's got one way of fighting, and that's that. He's not a busy fighter either. He's more of a counter puncher, and Usyk's just too good for him to be getting his shots off on, and he froze. It was a terrible performance. And Anthony Joshua is not going to curl up in his shell. I don't care what anyone says. I'll put money on it now. I want to see that fight. A very good fight, but I think you need to start giving Joshua a bit more credit than what you're giving him. If you think he's going to curl up in a shell against Usyk and just take his ass whooping, then that horribly wrong there. I want to try some of that Colombian you're on, Precise. Actually, can you send me a bit through the post? I only playing, but I can't have that one. I'm sorry, but I do respect Precise's opinion, but I just can't agree with him on this one. Let's go down a little bit. I'm not going to get into the arguments between Joey Ocean and Poe Johnson's put Frampton had never faced an elite fighter like Usyk. He had a chance to face it with Rigo, but ducked. So this is what I mean by fickle. I'm not saying you in general, Poe, but the fact that you made this comment is like, Rigondeaux is elite now, according to you. I mean, I don't know if you thought that before, but most people I've seen on this show and on the chat weren't too keen on Rigondeaux. But now, because we're talking about Frampton and you need to get at Frampton, you're using Rigondeaux to do it as a tool. And Rigondeaux is a fucking quitter, a laughing stock to me. I don't even want to hear that guy's name. That's why I'm good. One thing about me, I'm consistent. Just like I give Gassiev shit, I'm going to give Rigondeaux as well. He quit on his stall, and I don't want to hear about an elite fighter like Rigondeaux, because he's another one that couldn't cope with elite skills, so quit. That is not elite to me. So now he ducked Rigondeaux, the guy that's priced himself out of every big fight, but now all of a sudden, because it suits what you're saying. I like Poe Johnson as well. I do speak to Poe, and I've got no problem with it. I like the guy, but I can't have that comment that you just said, because Rigondeaux's been the laughing stock of this show for many a moons, and now all of a sudden he's elite because we're talking about Frampton. Well, let's move on. The Mr. Coxey has put, I agree on that Gassiev did give up in some way. He should have at least tried to KO Usyk, and maybe he could have, but that's the past. Frampton definitely has lots better skills than Gassiev, but Gassiev is not a hype job. He's not the best of the best, but not a hype job in my opinion. Now, I agree. I mean, I said that to you. It's a good comment, and you're right. He's not. When I meant a hype job, I don't think people understood what I meant by it, which I should have clarified better, but I didn't. You know, I should have made it clear. But on this show, Gassiev was getting a lot of hype. I mean, especially before the Usyk fight. They were saying how great he was. People were still picking Usyk because obviously Usyk's Usyk, but they were saying, he's a real danger man. And he did nothing. So that's what I meant by that, because there was a lot of talk about this guy. See, so I'm saying the Charlos are bigger heights, but no one in this show really was talking too highly of Charlo. So when he got found out, it didn't really shock anyone. But with the Gassiev thing, I mean, everyone was talking about how great he was. Tomek Kemot, whatever his name is. I know it's a fucking ridiculous name, but that's it. He's put, compared to Eastern Europeans, the United Kingdoms are bums in boxing. The truth hurts. Well, I responded basically with that. Hang on a sec. I'm not comparing Eastern Europeans to UK fighters. I'm comparing Gassiev to Frampton. So what's your point? And then I put, we ain't no bums. Take Ukraine and UK piss all over Russia. Which is, I mean, Russia have got some very good fighters, and I've backed them to the hills. Just like I backed the Eastern Europeans. I mean, I got called redneck cracker and everything for backing Eastern Europeans back in the day. None of you lot were around then. But yeah, you want to come at me for attacking Gassiev on one show or one video. But you weren't around to see me backing all these Eastern Europeans when I was getting called cracker and rednecked and getting abused all the time for doing it. So don't even dare come at me about talking about Eastern Europeans now. Now all of a sudden you lot want to talk about them. And I responded to him, you know, without Ukraine, I think we're better, which I think we are. And he's put Russia alone shits on the UK and Ukraine. He's put Russia alone shits on the UK and Ukraine is too far ahead. But even others are better. I mean, I don't know what his problem is, but I started going back and forth, and then I told him to mention these names he's talking about, because he keeps telling me, and he's mentioned Golovkin. And I said, well, we can't. Are we going to go down that route now? Then are we? Are we going to call Golovkin Russia? If that's the case, then Boxing Style's got some sort of claim to Lemieux, isn't he? Because I think he's got Armenian in him. I mean, don't work like that. He flies the Kazakh flag, so you're not going to. If you're, I could take it he is Russian. You're not claiming him. And then he's put Povetkin, Kovalev, and Bivol. Well, two of them have come off devastating knockouts, losses. You know, both slept. You know, so. And the other one looked average in his last performance. I don't think anyone was too impressed with Bivol on this show. So he didn't do himself any justice with that comment. And I'm going to leave it there. I mean, if you really want to tell Gassiev to step up in weight and come and fight these UK boys, I mean, I'm sure he can. Usyk is prepared to do it. So why can't Gassiev? And watch him come home in a box. We'll leave it there. The Fight Scout. God damn, you are seriously underrating, or underrating, sorry. God damn, you are severely underrating Gassiev. Nah, not underrating him, just going by the last performance. There's a saying in boxing, you're only as good as your last performance. And I stick by that. And with this, especially with this one, and he showed me nothing. So I'll give Gassiev time to go back to the drawing board, come back, and we'll take it from there. And next year, if he's got a few wins, dominating fashion, then I could change my mind about him. But right now, I stick by what I said about him. Then Gypsy Boxing Style started at, I know Fight Scout. Guy's an idiot. Let him talk the LL, eat his words. He's talking about me. Thing with Boxing Style. I mean, he needs to improve on his grammar for a start. And then I'll be able to read his comments out properly. But then he's put, oh, where's the comment? Then he's gone back and forth with Blues Boxing. So I'm not going to start reading that because they just abused each other and it's not about that. But then Gypsy Boxing Styles put, listen mate, I ain't your mate, and second, not everybody voted for me, just AJ fanboys like yourself and Stu. Now all of a sudden I'm an AJ fanboy according to Boxing Style. I've been criticising this guy all year, and now all of a sudden I'm an AJ fanboy. I mean, you can see why he won that award. Let's go down. I just want to read a couple more off this one. I want to find the then Boxing Styles, but I don't care because I said because Boxing Styles been coming at me ever since he won that award. Now I don't know what his problem with me is. I didn't even vote for the guy, but because his pee-wee little brain can't take in that I've said this to him 5 times, he still can't take it in. That's not my problem. But he still wants to come at me. But yet the people that voted for him, he's all pally with up their arse. I mean, fucking hell. Unbelievable. But let's move on. The Shepherd of the Suns. This topic deserves an entire live show. No, I don't. I can't talk about this for 3 hours. And sit there and watch all the... Well, watch the chat drowned in tears. I can't cope with that right now. This is why I'm doing this vid. Omar Ali says we're all brothers at the BDA Boxing. I get everyone has their opinion, but let's keep it respectful and respect others' opinions. Hope everyone has a successful 2019. Yeah, I mean, fair comment, but we're not all brothers. That's one, and we have to forget that. There's some of us that we get on and we're brothers, but you're not going to get on with everyone on this page. I understand that, but we're definitely not all brothers. I'll leave it there. Luke Peterson's, I think this is all one giant misunderstanding. I think he's talking about that's what BDA says, because BDA is the peacemaker, isn't he? I'm sure if BDA was here now, he'd be trying to keep the peace with his Lord's Prayer. Overhand war going on in the comment section. Not really war, just but hurt people really. Just, you know, upset because their hero's being talked on. And this had nothing to do with you. This video. Why I've not really mentioned Usyk much, because this is just not about Usyk. Usyk is, like I said, top 2 pound for pound, one of my favourite fighters. Not about him. This is about Frampton versus Gassiev. So I don't know why people keep talking about. Because one comment I think I got is Frampton's never fought someone like Usyk. Good luck trying to find someone like him at 126. I'm not reading Boxing Styles' next comment because it's just so retarded. I'm not going to. I'll read this one. He says, he said, facts, laughing my arse off. Sure, you're a fanboy, Stu. I agree, Frampton will get KO'd by Gassiev if they were in the same weight division. Your facts come from highlights and pub pundits. And I've just put, just remember why you won that trophy the other night. I mean, that's basically responds to that. And then Cachinello's put, why are you comparing Frampton to Gassiev? I don't understand the logic. There is like £80 difference between the two. Gassiev is overrated. I'm with Stu on this. Gassiev is limited in skill set. Gypsy Boxing Styles responded, if you like how Canelo fights, then Gassiev is pretty much the same, but much more like a green Canelo. Stop underrating the kid until he proves otherwise. Catch a dick, Canelo, or something like that. And then Cachinello's responded, you comparing Gassiev to Canelo? Question mark. Boxing style, you really earned that Retard of the Year award. Damn. So he's basically saying you're comparing Gassiev to Canelo, boxing style. You really earned that Retard of the Year award. And he's right. Let's go down. Hang on a sec. I'm just got a inbox off Butcho, so I'll just. Luke Peterson's put, there is a few Eastern European lovers around, which include a couple of panelists. They're great fighters, but they're not demigods. Usyk made Bellew look like Mayweather at times in the first few rounds. I mean, no, he didn't. Usyk just had to change a few things up because Bellew was crafty, but I'm not going to. I know you're sort of like on my side with this one, if you like, but when it comes to like certain Europeans being overrated, but I can't have that. Usyk dominated it for me. I mean, he had a few dodgy early rounds where he had to adjust because Bellew made it difficult for him, but after that it was just easy work, so I can't have that. Right, well, a couple more comments and I'm gone. I did get one where I was called a pussy wanker and I'm sick of him, sick of Stuart, he's a pussy wanker, all because I said about Gassiev, but I'm not getting into that. Yeah, I think I've done that. I think I've done it. That's enough for me. I'm out of here. If I haven't read your comment, I apologise, but it's getting on a bit now. I hope that's cleared everything up. I hope we can all still be friends. If not, then go fuck yourselves. No, I'm only joking. Happy New Year to you all, and I'll see you in January.